Hey everyone, back to, where are we? Almost there, where we're going to help someone's husband not be such a jerk. Well enough, Murai agreed to help a woman named Soldrini Ulam with a family matter. Her husband's been approached several times by his brother, Davis, who would like him to smuggle contraband for the Kimono Tong. Soldrini wants me to go to Hla Ock and ask Belvis to stop. Okay, so Hla Ock is down here. We're gonna fly this way. These kind of look like baobab trees. It is very foggy today. That or my shaders are completely messed up. But the town looked fine. I just can't see it anymore because it's so foggy. Okay. Ah, there's some weird looking stuff out here. Drive by. Okay, Hla Ock. Pick up a new quest and go do the old one.
Happy to help. What's your problem?
Greetings, Outlander. Taking a stroll around my ship, the brave Coda. She's a beauty, isn't she? She's twice as majestic, freshly tarred, and under full sail, but you won't get a chance to see her like that. Not if... Oh, she's twice as majestic, freshly tarred, and under full sail, but you won't get a chance to see her like that. Not if the ship's repairs keep dragging on like they have. I laid anchor in Hla Ock because I'd heard the good work that they do here at the Shipbuilders and Sailors Hall, but I've been here for an age, and it seems no work's been done. Now, I know Hla Ock's reputation. Something fishy's going on here, but anytime I try to speak to someone at the hall, I get waved away with the usual excuses. I can't push while they've got my girl hostage. I'm at my wit's end. Maybe an outlander like you could make some discreet queries on my behalf. I'd make it worth your while. I'll look into it. Thank you. Aethys Randara runs the Shipbuilders and Sailors Hall, but his lips are tighter than a clam's. Dock workers aren't as careful, but they're not likely to know anything of import. Perhaps you could have a poke around? There must be some explanation to why the repairs are taking so long. Latest rumors. You tell me, have you heard any rumors that my ship's repairs will be done soon? If not, I don't want to hear it. It's some serious fog.
Do you want something?
Careful, Outlander, you might get hurt if you wander around here. Ask him about family matter? Fine. It's really that important to you. I promise I won't try to recruit sailing again. Okay. Shipbuilders and Sailors Hall. It's the traditional name for the Hla Ock Docks Administration. The hall records all ships and their cargo going through Hla Ock, organizes loading and unloading, and provides repairs for ships that need them. Its current head is Ilthin Randaro.
From where do you hail?
Okay, well, that was easy. It's nice having a high influence. Trying to figure out where to turn it in. Okay. Okay, my shaders aren't all messed up. It's just when it gets really weirdly foggy. Good to know.
May you find me worthy of your
This
intent.
is an honor.
Hello, have you made any progress with that family matter we talked about? Wonderful news. On his last trip, Belvis left an enchanted ring that he said would get sailing out of trouble if he were caught. I'm sure someone like you could find many uses for it. Okay. Let me see if I could pick up another quest here.
That gal looks
Muckrakers
familiar.
hang out. No doubt. That's Thieves Guild. Let me
Yes,
give it a try,
Outlander.
though. Maybe someone wants me to go get their muck. Or their muck rake.
Maybe
Or
you got
both.
a wet ear, eh? And maybe you got the tools.
It's you. Can I help you?
May I help you?
Would you like to earn some coin? I need someone to deliver a letter to the overseer of a plantation nearby. Are you interested or not? Excellent. The name of the overseer is Miller Beloff. He's working at the Eldeville plantation. And be sure not to waste any time. I need the letter delivered urgently. Sure. I'm not using you as a
Yes,
placeholder at all, ma'am. What?
Looking to swell your coin
Nothing.
purse?
Yes, Outlander?
Is there something you need?
There's the keep.
Move along, brethren.
somewhere around here.
An untidy tale comes to a sorry end.
Akamora Keep.
Excuse me. Did you say something?
Interested in a bounty contract? Those bandits in Kuriki are causing too much trouble. I need them dealt with. Indeed, the Kuriki affair, a small band of outlaws, have become quite the nuisance for our farmers in the region. Unfortunately, a number of my men decided to take leave as soon as this came to my attention. I need someone to clear the cave of bandits. Interested? I'm offering 500 gold for that. I'll handle the bandits. Excellent. Let's take a look at that map. Kuriki's been a refuge for brigands in the past. Its close proximity to the road makes it a strategic location for illicit activities. You find the entrance to the cave a short march south-southwest of Marbani Crossing, which I've marked on your map. Move quickly now. And ask about Hlarincule. I visit Hlarincule and its chapel of Javella myself from time to time, but I'm glad to head the Akamora garrison instead. Hlarincule might be more outwardly imperial, but it's also disorderly and rife with mercantile factionalism. I prefer Artisa Rethan's strong guiding hand. Character flora. You know, I'm actually going to go, I'm going to see... I'm going to try to see if I can complete some of the Mages Guild when interiors don't match their exteriors, because since I tried that, I got a promotion. And I want to see if it either advances with the NPC or if I just need to break into places and get it done. Oh, you're going to mark all the Flynn in the
I'd
house,
be happy
huh?
to talk. My pleasure.
Oh, it's free.
Really.
Yay. You can't, nobody needs that much
You choose
Flynn.
to share your time with me? You humble me. Greetings to you.
Okay, that's the Soul Gem quest. Oh, I see. Once my faction is higher, everything is marked. Everything is free. Okay, I'm only really going to take the books. Nice. All right.
Well, I find myself in pleasant company.
Let's see
Please,
if I
share
can
your thoughts.
get any sort of hint here. Hold. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Share your thoughts, friend. I enjoy the company.
Let me see if anybody can tell me more. The Old Mages Guild. Previous attempt. Maniel, Sylvanie. Let me see if talking to Maniel makes any difference.
Let's set aside our rivalries and talk, shall we?
I don't have any rivalries, man.
I have the finest spells in town.
With pleasure. Please, go ahead. I'm all ears.
Well, here's
I'd
a
be happy to
fine
talk.
one.
My pleasure.
Speak
really.
freely.
Well, I find myself in pleasant...
How'd that get wet? I must say, I find you most interesting right now. Please go ahead.
Okay, you know, I'm just gonna pick this lock and see if that gets me anywhere. Okay, it's just a bedroom that I guess you could use for yourself if you wish.
Stir the weak wheat until soft and the marshmallow.
I must say, I find you most interesting right now. Please, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna ask about previous attempt. Quite an interesting experiment. Instead of expanding space, a pocket realm was anchored to one of the doors here. Unfortunately, the same lack of Agic forces that allowed for the swift creation of rooms also caused no end of trouble. Archibald decided to get it safely locked away. Okay, I'm going to see Old Ebonheart Aquarium. Top floor. See, it's weird. Okay. All of these tracking locations are just kind of bizarre. Top floor. Potterly Sineal's Geode. Ah, okay. Potterly Sineal's aquarium log. I'm gonna go to the... Oh, it's in the entrance hall. I'm gonna check to see if I can find an aquarium. Well, now that I
Magic is
can
my
loot this place,
specialty.
I want to leave
How
it
can I
mostly
help
intact.
you?
So,
With pleasure. Please,
You
go
choose
ahead.
to share your
I'm
time
so
all
I
with
don't know if
me.
this Potterly
You
person
humble me.
left notes or what. I don't see an aquarium.
You seem like very good company.
Okay, I've given this one long enough, so I looked up a guide. He's not actually going to give you the quest. You have to be sneaky and steal the key. There's no
Greetings to you.
authority.
I must say, I find you most interesting right now. Please, go ahead. I think that tavern girl was looking at me. How
Steal
can
it
I
from
tell
his
her I'm
desk?
not
Is this his
interested?
desk? It's not really a desk. And I should be able to see a key. I'm confused. Oh, is it over here? Mm,
Well, I
okay.
find myself in pleasant company.
Okay.
Please,
Yeah, I would
share your
never have figured
thoughts.
this out. Oh, that looks like a Daedric staff. Yes, it does. All right, Archibald, I'm not going to steal that from you. I do want to see what's inside this, though. It is not marked steel. I'll leave you your gold. I don't need your money, and I don't actually use stabs. By the end of this, I'm going to have several stabs I don't use. Okay.
I must say, I find you most interesting right now. Please.
Okay, so this door is closed now.
I shouldn't have pushed so hard.
Do you want to insert the key? Yes. No? Oh, wow. Okay. Clever, and since it's the Mages Guild, I wouldn't have considered theft an option. She's too... She's not that lady. Audley Sineal's entrance log. I finally entered the sealed-off guild hall. Unfortunately, the door locked right behind me. It looks like I'll have to find the key in here. It was a good idea to take some paper with me. I'll use it to keep track of my exploration and hand in a full report when I get back. I'll reach Journeyman in no time this way. Well, all doors are either barred, locked, or trapped, except the one at the top of the staircase. Seeing the weirdness of this first room, I'm starting to understand why this place was abandoned. I finally found a key, having to sacrifice my only telekinesis potion to reach it. I hope I won't need another one. I dragged a bedroll from the bedroom into the hall. This way I won't have to put up with that horrible bed ever again. By the divines, I can't get through most of these damned rooms. Where are all the keys? I should have learned the detect key spell before stepping through the door. How long have I been trapped in here? Maybe my mentor was right. I'm not good enough to get out of this maze, and I've completely lost track of time. Well, time to try another door. Oh boy, maze. You know how good I am at those. Okay, that's the way back. Oh no, it's all Guild of Mages. Okay. Audley Sineal's corridor log. I have to find a way to reach that chest. Easy, there must be a telekinesis potion somewhere. If only I hadn't eaten so much scuttle. Curses, why did I never bother to learn the telekinesis spell? I don't know if I did either. Oh, there's a corpse. There's a corpse, my friends. Let's see. You know, I've never really used the telekinesis spell. Okay, long arm, telekinesis 10 feet for 15 seconds. Let's see. That looks like more than 10 feet. Okay. Looks like there's more that I can't reach. Okay, I'm gonna, well, I don't know if I can mark here, but let me try. Oh, you know, I have a spell-making tome. So this is cool. So, telekinesis. $100 feet for yeah, my magic's gotten much better. 100 feet for 55 seconds. I'm going to call it reach and flexibility. Just a little Mass Effect. Oh, it picked itself back up. No, it didn't. Okay. Okay. Corpse chest. All right, I seem to have gotten all of it. Okay, I believe it was called Exit. Exit note. One of the red guards holds the exit key. Okay. Gonna assume. Yeah, I'm kind of gonna go where the west markers are. If this leads me straight back into Guildhall, I'll turn right back around. Whoops. Okay. Apparently it was trapped, huh? Okay, so don't do that. She really just doesn't have that much practice at subterfuge, and she doesn't think people are this gross. But they are. I mean, if you're trying to keep people... What? But I... Ah. Well, this is embarrassing. Okay, I just have to survive this for 7 more seconds. Okay. Why does it... Okay. Oh, I levitated. Good job. Well, that's a good way to work on my restoration, huh? Okay. As for not learning... I think we have really reached a new level. Okay. So, I am unable to pick that lock or get through, even though I have a key. So, let's not do that right now. I found the body of Puddly Sincel. Okay, I don't believe these locks. Let's try again. These doors don't say they're trapped. Puddly Sincel's aquarium log. Who's a dragon here? I should find a water-breathing potion. Yeah, this doesn't seem like anything was done to protect anybody. Mysterious bathtub? Okay. Sorry, there was one living thing in here, and apparently I'm gonna kill it. Or it's gonna kill itself by trying to headbutt me. I'm sorry. You I'm not sorry about. Have I mentioned I hate all types of slaughterfish? Potion of water breathing, gold, and half me's key. Okay, I get it. Oh, and how do I get out? Mysterious basin. Well, that was the wrong kind of tub. Not relaxing. Yes, I'm going to take the salt rice. And the hackalow. Taking this. So, that, I believe that I'm taking this is from, the Silent Hill movie. Nice lady goes through a bunch of trials, evil stuff, horrible things, and she's finally had it. And when someone attacks her, at the end, she just grabs their knife. I'm taking this. And so now my son and I say this with, like, when it's not important, when it's really, really trivial. So, you know, instead of taking the knife to save your life, I'm gonna save. I'm taking this. Yeah, I'm gonna take your slaughterfish scales. I'm taking your salt rice. So there. Oh, look, even more narrow hallways. How exciting. I love that. Ooh, those are pretty. Look at all those gems. Okay. Oh, come on now. Oh boy, I am so screwed. Okay, this is the epitome of poor design. Okay, well, it's my kind of maze because there aren't actually any options. Okay, who puts kwama meat in a small chest for long-term storage? Okay, I'm gonna leave some of this stuff here so that I can actually see it on the map. Patelli Sineal's half-maze log. This whole maze is so clunky and narrow it makes me feel claustrophobic. At least here I know what to avoid. Touching the red dragon. I've been warned that this is a horrible trap. I'll go back now and grab a few potions and scrolls on the way out. Painting of Nefalder Dargis. Of course, this reminds me of Red Dragon, the book. Now, in the book, he eats the painting. I'm not going to be doing that, but I will be touching the painting. I mean, come on, it's the only thing here, right? Do you want to touch the painting? Well, wait, just to be completionist. Why not? Touch the painting, you hear a rolling sound coming from behind you. Ah, so a door opened up. Oh no, it didn't. Did it? Did I come up here and now I'm going down here? I'm not sure. I think so. I think the door opened. Yep, it opened. Wow, okay. I think this is the guy that is summoning the guys, but hard to tell. Smart enough to run away, but they can't both get up the stairs. Okay. Study key. Okay. Okay, that's the bad scary door. Cellar. Greenhouse. Bedroom. Bard. Maze. Aquarium. Where's the study? Corridor. Huh. Definitely cellar. Oh my god, I'm gonna try it again, aren't I? No, I think that's the way back. Yeah, and I'm trapped in here until I figure it out. Okay. Half maze. Just gonna go around and recheck all of these because I immediately forget which one I've actually looked at. Geode. Ooh, I want to go in there. I believe this is half maze. No, yeah. Half maze unlocked. This is also... Oh, Bard. Study! I don't know why I'm excited, because bad things are going to happen once I get in here. Oh, wow, that's a lot of enchantment. Study log. Ouch, careful here. I found some restore health potions. I should find a defensive scroll or something, otherwise I'll never get through here. Maybe a levitation potion? This room has too many traps. I need stronger potions if I'm to get past them all. I'll come back later. But why did they put so many traps in here? They have something to hide, or is it just the magic of this damn place? Oh. Okay, I'm gonna levitate. Oh, if only she could have gotten to the divine intervention one. So there is a way to get out of here. Okay, I don't see traps. I don't know if there's a detect trap spell that I'm not using. I'm just gonna hope I can heal myself. Okay, I'm not gonna start anything until you guys start anything. If you don't start anything, I won't start anything. How about that? Okay. Door is blocked. Isn't a way to unbar it. Hey guys. No, I'm Wow! Are these all your friends? I will not disturb the remains. Archibald's telekinesis notes. Any aspiring mystic will want to master the art of telekinesis early on. It's an easy spell to learn and requires little magical power to cast. The effect is sometimes mistaken as part of the alteration school, perhaps due to the confusing surrounding mysticism. To understand why it's not alteration, note that the object is manipulated, but not inherently changed. It is common knowledge that telekinesis allows one to move objects within a certain range. Having a lack of range frustrates beginners due to the poor potions, scrolls, and spells in circulation. While good advice for all forms of magic, the first step to making good use of this effect is to brew your own potions, enchant your own scrolls, and develop your own spells. Those who ignore this advice should keep in mind the relative strengths of each magical source. The popular scroll of Anasi's Mystic Finger has the greatest potential range, though also the greatest variance, making it not much better than a potion at its worst. Spell merchants tend to sell combinations with adequate range, seeking to keep the complexity manageable for even the most simple-minded mage. Avoid potions when possible. You are better off walking a few steps forward. Duration is less important. In the majority of cases, there's only one object or container out of reach. 15 to 20 seconds is plenty to locate your target and either pull it toward you or manipulate it in the way desired. In order to cast a basic telekinesis spell, begin by focusing the magical energy in your hands. This text continues for several pages detailing proper casting techniques. There are charts comparing ranges and speeds and various calculations toward the end. Okay. Ah, I see. So the key is inside. Corridor key. Alright, we've already been in the corridor. Hey guys. Oh, are you mad now? Are you mad now? Are we mad now? You know, I mean, we're doing fine. We really don't have to do this, guys. It's not necessary. Yeah, I don't want to leave you on the stair forever. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to say that Archibald's a bit of an ass who likes to kill. Alright. We have the key from this location. We already went down the corridor, but since these things seem to be in order, maze. I'm going to try to do them in order. See if there's something else in the corridor. But I think I got it all. Okay, I've done the half maze. Done the aquarium. I've done weird little middle place. Alright, I don't know if this is gonna kill me, so let's see. So I believe if you don't actually have the key, that's when the door tries to kill you. Oh, okay. Hope it's pretty. Oh, look at you. I don't want to kill you. I don't have to do this. You don't. But you did. How pretty. Oh, are you guys gonna spawn forever? Wow. I think they're gonna spawn forever. Come on, ladies. You know what? I'm sorry. Gonna have to call out help. Thank you. And I'm sorry. You guys are awesome. I love spriggans of all sorts. Ooh, I'm sorry about your ear. You know, I'm like sorry about all of it. Red lichen, I know I need some of that. I can never pass up salt rice. Marshmallow, yay! Love you guys. Okay, this seems like a lovely place to mark and come back here for chill purposes. Orange moss. All this awesome stuff. You guys are amazing. Ah, I was trying to go straight back out the door, but I didn't realize it was a trapdoor. I should have realized it was a trapdoor. Okay. Aquarium key. Okay, so the aquarium would be the next place to go. I already did that. Fungal weed flower. Well, of course I want that. I mean, come on, who wouldn't want the fungal weed? Okay. Okay, so we went to the aquarium. Let's see if the bedroom will open. Hi. Okay. Puddly Sentinel's bedroom log. What in oblivion happened here? This bedroom is a mess. Oh well, I'll be able to get some sleep in that nice comfy bed. I'm almost certain that that bed tried to bite me. I am so tired. Now it stole one of my keys during the night. I swear if the whole place wasn't made of wood, I would burn that thing on the spot. Luckily, I'd already used that key. I'm not spending another night in this room. I don't know what this is. Raw silk, laced moth silk, bolt of moth silk, but taking it. Hi. Lots of nice... practice. Magic guard robe, that's nice too. Okay. I don't know what moth silk is, but it's very nice. It's pretty. And I might need it later. Who knows? Lots of pillows. Okay. The Bed King. What? Okay, just like with the red dragon portrait that we weren't supposed to do anything, let's try to sleep in the bed and see if it attacks us. Woo! What? Dramora, can you explain? Can you? Please? Oh, okay. Oh, you're my Dramora. Oh, I didn't. Okay, you're my guy. Okay. I am very sorry about that. I forgot they were with me. I thought he was just hanging out in the room. Like, hello? Okay. I don't know. And the Bed King's gone. Okay. Okay, I don't feel as though I accomplished anything there. Study. Hard door. Half maze. Aquarium. I think there's still a maze left that I haven't attempted. Oh, geode. Geode sounds pretty. As you step through the door, you notice a sudden drop in temperature. The air here is unbelievably cold and saturated with magic. Oddly, Cincelli's geode log. It's freezing in here. Fortunately, there was a pair of gloves on one of the shelves. It's better with them, but I'm still cold. I might have to resort to those terrible, smelly fur armors that those barbaric Nords love to wear. I heard a noise further down and snuck in to see what it was. An Atronach. Luckily, it didn't see me. I don't possess spells or scrolls strong enough to beat a foe like that. I need to find something truly powerful before coming here again. Okay, well, considering the strength of the other folks, what was in here, I'm going to summon my friends. Whose name escaped me. Okay, they're not really friends. Goldie and Drem, that's their names. Yeah, I didn't put a lot of effort into that. officially apologize. Merged, disturbing. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Yeah, okay, you're attacking me. I was gonna see if you talked. No? I like the geode room. Maybe if I put the Bed King in here, I could slowly make myself go completely mad and destroy everybody in Tamriel and Cyrodiil and Skyrim with my spectacular lack of judgment. Okay. Where is the maze? Now, there was a barred door somewhere else. It said it was still barred. I couldn't remove it. It was in the study, I believe. But there's still one more. There's the maze door. Okay, greenhouse. Okay, we've been in the corridor. I've gotten everything I could from down here, right? Okay. I haven't tried the cellar. Vitalis Sincel's cellar log. Will I really have to open all these containers? I just checked all the barrels and now I have a headache. Next will be the crates. Let's see if there's a... Okay. Thank goodness. Geode key. Okay. Look at this. This is cool. This is clever, and it isn't... It's a good build that doesn't just depend on being confusing for its mechanics. It's actually fun, and I like that. Alright. Okay, so bottom floor has corridor. I think this is the other half maze. Oh no. Here's the maze. Trapped. Yeah, we know what those are like. You touch the painting, hoping that nothing will happen. Oh. Oh, this is the painting thing. Alrighty, so I've already been through this. It should be up the stair. Okay, cool. So this is the other side. But now I'm locked out. That's okay. Well, okay, you guys. False alarm. You're exactly what I don't need in here. If you were permanent summons, I'd be stuck here until I was dead. Okay, so we're covering the bottom floor. I think we did everything bottom floor. Second level. Geode. I have the key now. I don't know if anything different would happen. No, and I took her note. Okay, that's... So second floor. There's really only one thing on the first ramp up. So let's try the second. Greenhouse I've done. Bedroom I've done. Barred room is still barred. Study I've done. Okay, so up one level. Half maze. Aquarium. Oh, this is the other entrance to the greenhouse. But let me just unlock it to make sure. Untrap it. Okay. I think we've got it. Everything should be unlocked except for this final door that tried to kill me, right? Okay. Says lockpick success, but it's lying. Okay. So... Okay, it says that the next thing is to speak to Archibald, so this is the entrance in. I do have the key. It won't let me use it. I believe I've done everything else to the best of my ability, so I'm going to, just teleport out. Yeah, stop. Oh, teleportation magic does not work here. Alright. Usually my teleportation ring will work. Okay, good. I understand that I am defying the mechanics of the intended quest, and I'm okay with that. I've been in there for about an hour. I like it. It's just that the quest is a little obscure, at least to my poor brain. I'm not blaming the quest. I'm blaming me. No, no, not over there. So I believe, if I'm reading this correctly, I speak to Archibald, who then sends me back to get all of the notes, which I may already have. But we'll see. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Archibald tried to kill me, because clearly we're trying to kill everybody.
I must say, I find you most interesting right now. Please, go ahead.
Jose Podolicinio dead, is she? Well, that explains why I haven't had to clean up one of her messes in a while. Would you bring me all those snippets she left behind? They need to be properly archived, I'm afraid. Have you gathered her logs yet? Yes. Return to me when you have every page. Okay. Yeah, That's... Alright. So, yeah, he does send me back to get every page. Let me see if there are now markers. Looks like there's only one left. No. Um... Okay.
Dirt, 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 dirt. Everywhere, dirt.
Alright, I'm gonna try one more thing to see if it's updated. Do I want to insert the key? Yes. Remove the key. Yes? Okay, this is just... No. Okay. Alright, let's... Oh no. There was a quest marker that disappeared. Alright, there's something in the study still, it looks like. Oh. No. Okay, let me see. Aquarium, bedroom, cellar, corridor, entrance, geode, half maze, study. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 logs. Looks like I missed something in the greenhouse. There are 2 entrances. Let's see if I can find it down here. Lots of paper, but not very helpful. There we go. Probably Cincelli's greenhouse log. Spriggans! I succeeded in killing one, but it resurrected. If I get out of here, I'm lodging a complaint with the Archmage. I'll have to find a strong fire spell or something similar. I tried this room again today and nearly got killed. I don't think I'll come back here. An invisibility potion would have been handy. Okay. So, let's see if this door will still try to kill me. So, it's strange because it's counterintuitive. Lockpick success, except I'm dying. So the strange thing is, you have to leave the key behind. Okay. So again, I'm just going to port out. So in theory, if you solve all the puzzles, you should be able to use the key, but you've left the key behind, so I'm not really solving how to leave there by the intended means of the quest.
I must say, I find you most interesting right now. Please, go ahead.
So I'm still not sure how to leave there
Magic is my speciality.
the way the way the quest intended, but I did try, like, what, 7 times?
I'd be happy to
So
talk.
as you
My
see,
pleasure,
this
really.
door, the key is left in it. Do I want to remove the key before turning the door handle? Yes. So now the key is in my inventory. Essentially, the key only works from this side. Do I want to insert the key? No. It's not possible to. So once you take the key out, then you're just opening this door. It's strange.
A hail and hearty welcome, friend.
Thank you for bringing these to me. I'll see to it they're properly archived. Even dead, these apprentices still accrue paperwork. Boy, I don't like this guy. Although that was a very cool quest. I like the quest. Okay. I think that's it. He's still marked. I'm not sure why. Oh no, that's the entrance that's marked. Yeah, okay. The only markings remaining in here is for Ghost in a Gem. Okay, that was a very cool quest, but it is fairly advanced. You're going to die if your damage isn't high. You're going to die if your healing isn't high. You're going to get trapped if your lockpicking isn't high. And you're going to die, yeah. So, oh no, I really like that. That was cool. Alright. Dureni registers. I'm just gonna hide that. That's the guy who wants the Dureni registers in, Karthwasten. It's just annoying. I'm gonna leave the tracking up, see if anything comes up. But, character flaw in Akamora. Dul's Lendu said her friend Anib Gul's personality's been different lately. She pointed me to his slave, Fasile, for more information. Believe that was the place with the Silt Strider that looked like Mountain.
All right, I'm listening.
I'm very tired. I'm not sure I can put up with all the demands of my master Anib Gul's. He's really changed of late. My master has been acting very strangely. I have no idea what has caused the change. Living with him has become unbearable. He constantly insults me and belittles my every effort. Could you try to find out what has caused this change? I'll see what I can do. Thank you. Anab only started to act this way after a Dunmer trader in a brown shirt came to visit him. Maybe you could start by asking Anab himself about what may be the matter. If that fails, you could try to find the trader. It was only after he came to visit that my master started to display such marked change in his personality. I don't know who he was or where he came from, but after he left, my master started acting strangely. What do you want here? You can't just wander in here and expect to be welcomed, Jadu. I have no time for outlanders like yourself, what with your bad manners, degraded culture, and terrible hygiene standards. Why don't you do me a favor and leave? Better yet, why not do the whole world a favor and throw yourself off a cliff? Akamora has some nice ones that would suit one such as yourself. Ooh, charming. Town itself is bad enough, but the people are awful. I don't know how I managed to put up with the half-wits and malcontents that infest this place. That's my name. Are you so stupid that it confuses you? The egg mines are filthy holes filled with the worst kind of locals. Alexia, don't even try to breathe whatever blasphemy you were going to utter about our glorious mother. You're not fit to breathe her name, Anwa. Anab Ghul's destruction magic and mysticism. I'll spare you the details as you aren't likely to understand anything about it, moron. Now get out of here, unless you wish to see a demonstration of my spellcraft. I want to see what, everything he has to say. Well, it's all in blue. Yes, I'm a Dunmer. Well spotted, moron. Dunmer trader in a brown shirt. Nothing that I'll talk to you about, Guarbrain. House Indaril. At least the Indaril aren't faithless like the Telvanni. I'm glad to be away from those heathens now. Latest rumors. I have no time to bandy gossip with such as you and moi. Little advice. Do you really think that I would give ill-mannered cretins like yourself any advice other than to leave me alone? I've already made no secret of the fact that I don't like you. Now, be gone with you. I'm a sorcerer. In between trying to get rid of nitwits like yourself, I spend my time focused on magical studies. At least it's a bit easier here among the Indaril, away from those heathen Telvanni up
There
north.
is someone watching me. I can tell.
Okay, I'm going to do you a favor and not recruit you as a companion. Okay, so he gave me absolutely
Share your
nothing.
thoughts, friend. I enjoy the company.
Let's see if I can find the Dunmer trader in the brown shirt, who gave him a knave and a jeek ring to wear. Constant effect. Pretty rain. Okay. Alright. Any of you guys can't buy a kill? That's the Morag Tong guy. I'm not... Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to accept the quest, and then I'm going to hide it. For her, that would mean she'd say sure, and then essentially never come back, hoping the guy doesn't kill someone else as he waits.
Hey, care to talk? You're a welcome break from the
Still
local.
trying to place a writ here. I have 1,500 drakes burning a hole, so we did this before. He asked me to kill someone. I'm going to say yes. Great. The target is a woman named Indrenik Odlin who lives in Salem. Let me write down my terms so you can bring them in with you. Maybe someone else pressing them is just what they need to change their minds. Okay, so maybe I don't have to kill her, and I could warn her. Laughing Goblin. I've heard the Laughing Goblin is where outsiders usually make their stay here, but I haven't been in Akamora long, so I can't tell you anymore. Salem, it's a town to the southeast. I know it's beautiful. I've been traveling through Morrowind and stopped here before Akamora. Stopped there before Akamora. The Silk Striders can take you if you want. Idrenik Odalin. She's a real piece of work. I know for a fact she cheated me at cards, but I wasn't able to prove it to the guards back in Salem, so I'm escalating my complaint. Oh my god. I'm gonna kill someone over a game of cards.
It would be
I'm gonna
wise to
tell her
stay
exactly where you
far
live. Okay, looks like we're looking for Reram Varys in the Laughing Goblin.
Ah, you bring good fortune with you.
May I welcome? What brings you to the Morag Tong?
Nothing? Hold on.
Welcome. What
I'm gonna
brings
say
you to the
place a
Morag
writ.
Tong?
Oh good, the Nord has a friend. And here I was starting to feel bad for him. First thing first, this guild will not accept his sorry excuse for a writ. Such a killing is barely fit for the Dark Brotherhood. The fact it is even being proposed is an insult to Mephala. Further, we're not taking writs right now, period. Especially not from Outlanders. Especially not ones stemming from games of cards. If your friend cannot understand this, then he will not last long in Akamora or anywhere else. You know, I happen to agree. Are you a Dunmer trader
Is
in
there something
a
you
brown
need?
shirt? No? Oh my god, there are more stairs. Okay. Alright. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay.
Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
I am so confused.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in the Morag Tong Guild Hall, not... Okay.
This one. Welcome. What brings you to the Morag Tong?
Okay. Alright. Yeah. He's still highlighted. But I'm leaving now. Okay, where is the Laughing Goblin? Laughing Goblin. That would actually be really scary. Why is it laughing? What's it gonna do?
Well, here's the fire.
Is there something?
It's the bad guys with the senses of humor that are the worst and the scariest, in my opinion. Whimsy is a horrifying thing. I know I've written many whimsical bad guys. Because that's what scares me. Whimsy and
Well, where did I
imagination
put
along
that?
with malice. And no scruples.
So, you want something?
I don't talk with people I don't like. Okay. Well, mm,
Our doors are... We rent beds. I have some goods for barter. What do you want?
huh. Alright. My personality is at 61. I could do better. Let's see. Okay, now they'll talk to me. Okay, cool. Let me persuade them first.
You're
Now ask, once the persuasion's to 100, Dunmer trader in a brown shirt. That describes me quite accurately. What of it?
What are you gawking at?
Anab Ghouls. What about him? I've never heard of him. Are you sure? What? You don't believe me? No, I don't. All right, I know him, but I did nothing to the treacherous rat. And if I did do something, he would deserve it, though. I didn't do anything, though. What did you do to him? Tell me, or there will be trouble. Okay, fine. I gave him a cursed amulet. If he keeps it near him, it will erode his personality. Say, how about we do a deal on this? If you keep quiet about it, I'll make sure that some of my friends in Port Telvanus
What are
cut you
you
some good
gawking
deals. What
at?
do you say? No.
What are you gawking at?
I don't see why you would care about that traitor. Because he's a quest objective. I mean... That's why... Don't you understand quest objectives? Alright, I'm going to try to speak to the gentleman, and I use that term loosely, outside the Morag Towing Guild Hall. Otherwise, I'm gonna just go warn the lady.
Welcome, Dunmer. Please, speak freely.
Place a writ. Did you talk to them? What did they say? I'm gonna lie and say they accepted it. I'll carry it out. They actually said yes, and you're willing to do it for me? You should have told me you were one of them. My friend, you may be one of Kind's gifts. I'll be waiting in the Laughing Goblin with your reward. One more thing. The Drenick was wearing a fancy-looking amulet when she cheated me. I assume it's something important to her that she wouldn't give up willingly, and it seems as good as anything for proof of her death. Bring it to me for your payment. Sure. Okay. Sure I will.
This is fortunate. How do you do, Dunmer?
Okay, buddy. You wearing an amulet? Alright. There we go.
The ash storms are a nuisance.
This is fortunate. How do you do, Dunmer?
This is strange. Okay. I picked it up. I got it. Is here. I have it. Now my personality is gonna drain.
A warm welcome to you.
Okay, Dunmer, trader in a brown shirt. Nothing. Okay. Oh my god. Alright. There was an original quest giver. I'm gonna try heading back to
Share your
her.
thoughts.
Remove the curse amulet from the rune of Enabgul's. Okay. I'm gonna try going back in and see what happens.
I must say, I find you most interesting right now. Please go ahead.
You did it! I don't know what you've done, but he's back to his old self. He hasn't been calling my parentage into question or referring to me as an ill-bred harlot. It makes a welcome change not to have to put up with that anymore. If you tell his friend, Dulles Lundu, about this, I'm sure she'll be very happy. She may even have a reward for you. Alright, I'm gonna go see if he's actually changed. I apologize for my earlier attitude. Something was weighing on my mind, bringing out all the negative thoughts I could conjure.
Well, hello there.
Has Anabel's condition improved in any way? He's returned to normal? That's great news. You have my undying thanks. Take this. It's not much, but it's all that I can offer you. Okay. Alright. Good day. Akamora is a much less nasty place. It's still raining though. Again. Trying not to use anything in a quest. She was gonna really only use something she has a lot of. So in this case, she's actually gonna use the stone flowers.
An Alchemist's Guide to Skooma by Jeannot de Lapage. Research findings about the production of skooma with various ingredients. Many alchemists will frown upon my profession. I am a skooma producer for the Main's court in Elsewhere. However, this unique position allows me to study two of the most interesting substances in Tamriel, moon sugar and its derivative, skooma. Moon sugar is a narcotic found in sugar canes native to the Tenmar forest of southern Elsewhere. Despite being illegal in the Empire, it is the province's chief export. It is used in everyday life throughout Elsewhere, even as a seasoning for food. It is not exceptionally potent, however. It can be used to produce the significantly stronger narcotic skooma. Skooma is a crystalline solid produced from moon sugar. It is highly addictive, and its users pass through bouts of euphoria followed by protracted lethargy. It is smoked in a special pipe. The crystals are placed in a small dish and heated. The gas produced is bubbled through water in the pipe to cool it as it is inhaled. An alchemist will recognize this as similar to the way an alembic functions, and indeed a skooma pipe can be used as such. In Elsewhere, skooma is made from moon sugar and a poisonous herb called nightshade. All parts of this plant are poisonous, but some contain an essence which enhances the potency of moon sugar. If improperly prepared, the skooma user will experience loss of voice, minor fits, and a wide-eyed death. It is for this reason that the Main employs an alchemist to produce skooma. The root of the nightshade plant contains most of the essence, but the berries and flowers produce a much more fragrant skooma. The lowest quality skooma is produced from the leaves. Leaf skooma is cheap, but is very bitter to smoke, and greatly shortens the lifespan of the consumer. The leaves are also used by thieves. A piece worn on the breast is said to amplify sneaking abilities. The essence is easy for an alchemist to extract, but only freshly picked nightshade should be used. The nightshade must first be ground into a fine powder with a mortar and pestle, then simmered in a retort with water. Note that a foul odor is given off when crushing the plant. The more it smells, the higher the amount of the essence present. The gas produced must be diverted to an alembic and condensed to a liquid. This liquid is then placed in a warm, dry location and left to stand until nothing but a white residue remains. The alchemist must be careful not to inhale the gas or residue, or they will die. This powder must be kept in a sealed container until needed, and is used sparingly due to its potency. The final stage in the preparation of skooma requires that the alchemist dissolve some moon sugar in water and bring it to the boil. For 1 pint of water you should add 1 cup of moon sugar. Once it is boiling, add 1 thimble full of nightshade essence. A wise alchemist will collect any fumes given off in order not to waste any. Once all the water has boiled off and the cauldron has cooled, the skooma is ready to be bottled. Nightshade is only found in 2 places, Elsfyr and Solstheim, where it is known as belladonna. The frosts of Solstheim not only destroy the beneficial properties of the plant, but also make setting up a production lab very difficult. In ages past, all Khajiit lived in Elsfyr. Today they are spread all across Tamriel, often far from moon sugar and nightshade. Moon sugar can be smuggled, but nightshade is more problematic, as the plant itself rots quickly, destroying the essence. On the other hand, it is difficult to import the powder, due to its highly toxic nature. Smugglers demand outlandish fees for smuggling skooma, due to its illegality. For a solution to these difficulties, the Main has turned to me for advice. During my time in Elsfyr, I have attempted to make skooma from many alternative plants, but these efforts have rarely been successful. I have found that the attempts which are successful tend to involve harmful plants, or at least those that sting the tongue when tasted. However, only a few of these acerbic plants seem to have the correct essence. A poppy from Hammerfell produces a slight tingling when tasted, and can be used to make a form of skooma. However, an ash yam from Morrowind, if tasted raw, is acrid, but cannot be used to produce skooma. It seems evident to me that there are at least 2 forms of corrosiveness. I discovered recently how to test for these forms quite by accident. One day I was producing skooma from some red poppies, and I accidentally knocked over the retort and spilled boiled poppies over my work surface. I went to get a rag to mop up the mess when I noticed the water, turned red by the poppies, was changing color. Where I had been dicing a Morrowind ash yam, I saw the red change to pink, while the spot on which I had been bottling skooma changed to orange. This was a revelation. Further tests showed that nightshade turned the dye yellow. I also found that I could make the test dye from a number of different plants. In fact, any red, blue, or purple vegetation seemed to contain it. Purple plants produced the best results. When plants that could not be used to make skooma plants were added, the purple dye turned red, and when plants from which skooma could be manufactured were added, it turned yellow or green. The pertinent question at this point is, in what way are these plants different? Is it something they are absorbing from the soil? With this thought, I traveled to the Tenma forest in order to conduct research on its soil. I found that the soil in which moon sugar plants grew did not change the color of any of my dyes, but areas where nightshade grew produced the same color as the plant itself produced upon exposure to my dyes. My natural curiosity was piqued by this. With the blessing of the Main, I sent scouts to collect samples of soil from areas across Tamriel. I found that the soil from poppy fields of Hammerfell produced the expected result, while the ashlands of Vardenfell turned my dyes red. The salt marshes along the coasts of the Black Marsh also gave a positive result. Wherever a favorable soil was found, I ordered plants retrieved from that area. I also asked the scouts to give descriptions of the areas. It seems that the areas with the correct soil are either salt marshes, such as the bitter coast of Vardenfell, or areas near to white, brittle rock. When looking for ingredients, simply find areas like this. Many of these plants can be used to produce forms of skooma. Of course, these forms are not entirely identical to nightshade skooma. Poppy skooma gives the user a slight floating sensation and more aggravated mood swings, with more pronounced ecstasy and more appalling depression. When served with goat's milk, users actually levitate, which is amusing to many skooma consumers. Bitter Coast Marshmallow Skooma has an exceptionally sweet taste and heightens perception, while Black Marsh Dragon's Tongue Skooma rivals even Nightshade in its potency, with the added bonus of seemingly endless endurance. Some plants, despite having the right properties, were unsuitable for skooma for other reasons. For example, one of my test subjects sampled skooma made from a fungus called Bungler's Bane. When he inhaled the brown smoke, he lost his ability and indeed compulsion to move. What is more, restorative magic could not help him. We had to wait for it to wear off. Remember to try it on a less important person before presenting it to customers or superiors. I found one variety to be so addictive that within 1 minute away from the pipe, the test subject needed more. Skooma is a deadly mistress. However, I have always believed that it is not the effects which are to blame, and it is addiction which is the true enemy. I hoped you have enjoyed this brief foray into the world of skooma. It is a misunderstood substance. Good luck in your experiments, and remember, if you are caught by the Imperials, you never...
Not into the world, nor out of it, but between worlds they linger, held to the hearth and tomb by blood and loyalty. And if they come unbidden, from love of kin or faith to duty, it is not unholy. It is but the answering of the ancestors, the awakening of those who never sleep, the summoning to service of those bound through hearth and house to the protection of the clan. But if sorcerers bring them forth, then such a summons is blasphemy, an abomination before the tribes and temple, and a sin so great that ages of burning cannot cleanse the fault. Abide not the sorcerer among you, for he comes to steal the bones of your fathers and dust of your tombs. He seeks to bind by power what is yours by right, to drag forth the warm spirits from their world between, and bind them to their service like slaves and beasts. Who can know the shame of the dead, the ceaseless weeping of the necromancer's thrall? Cruel enough is the ancestor's service given in love to hearth and kin, but ghost or guardian, bone walker or bone lord, summoned by profane ritual and bound by force to the corpse miner's will, how may such a spirit ever find rest? How may it ever find its way back to its blood and clan? Only a righteous Dunmer, bound by blood to hearth and kin, bound by oath and service to the temple, can call upon the spirits of the Dunmer dead. Those foreign sorcerers of other races that invade our shores, shall they be permitted to rob our tombs, to bind our kin spirits into sorcerous slavery, to steal the lives of our dead as well as our land of the living? No, I say, no, and no, 3 times more. Such necromancers must die, and their profane magics must die with them. And shall we tolerate the hidden hosts of the undead, the arrogant princes of necromancers, the ancient vampire demons who creep from their lairs in the west, seeking refuge in profane Daedric shrines, abandoned Dunmer strongholds, and corrupted subterranean labyrinths of the detested Dwemer race? For ages the great houses and the temple have kept our land clean of the vampire's taint, but now these undead lords and their vile cattle have returned. These vampires die, and their corrupt cattle with them, and their blood taint must be forever erased by fire and stake.
Jokes and riddles for common Murren men. Question: what's the difference between an Argonian and a Slode? Answer: you can't make soap out of an Argonian. Question: what do you call an Argonian assassin? Answer: cold-blooded. Question: why do Argonians make such good thieves? Answer: because if they're caught by the tail, it detaches. Question: how are Bosmer like cliff racers? Answer: they're everywhere, make a horrible high-pitched sound, and you just want to eradicate them all. Question: why was the Bosmer watching a foot race? Answer: he was looking for a quick snack. A young Bosmer to his mother: Mommy, I hate my sister's guts. Bosmer mother: shut up and keep eating. Answer: how do you address an orc? Question: with an axe embedded in your skull. Question: why don't orcs bathe? Answer: if they did, their parents wouldn't recognize them. Question: how many wood elves does it take to light a fire? Answer, that depends on how long you want them to burn for. Question, why do you use Bosmer? Answer, Dunmer aren't flammable. Question, what about Altmer? Answer, they burn up too quick. Question, so why not use Dwemer? Answer, we already ran out. Question, how many Imperials does it take to light a fire? Answer, at least 3. 1 to requisition the paperwork, 1 to sign as a witness on the forms, and 1 to stand guard to make sure no one's lighting illegal fires in the meantime. Question, how many orcs does it take to light a fire? Answer, first you have to introduce them to fire. Question, why do Dunmer live on Vardenfell? Answer, they need something to complain about. A Bosmer walks into a bar. A Dunmer says to him, this place is amazing. You can jump off the roof and float in the air. The Bosmer responds, that sounds great. Please show me how. And so the two make their way to the roof. Upon their arrival, the Dunmer jumps off and floats in the air. Let me try, the Bosmer cries, and jumps off. He falls to the ground and dies. A patron inside the bar remarks, another idiot from Cyrodiil bites the dust. Do none of them know about levitation? One day, a Dunmer decided to complain to his local slaver, I bought an Argonian slave here last week, and he died the very next day. Nonsense, the slaver replied. I've had that slave in my pens for weeks, and he never died once. A Hla Ock woman was set to marry a rich noble, but was hesitant about the arrangement. Why do you not want to marry him? Her father asked. He comes from a good family and is incredibly rich. He is old, she replied. I would be more willing if he were older. A Khajiit, a Dunmer, an Imperial, and a Bosmer were all on a ship. The Khajiit pulls a vial of skooma out of his jacket, drinks a little, then tosses the rest overboard and says, we have enough back home. The Dunmer takes a bundle of hackle, tastes a leaf, then tosses the rest overboard, saying, we have enough back home. The Imperial looks around, sees the Bosmer, and then tosses him overboard. During the War of Bettany, a sentinel outpost ran afoul of a mercenary company of orcs. As the sentinels lay in wait behind their fortifications, a solitary orc makes its way to the wall and yells, come out here, ye yellow-bellied girly boys, and I'll give you what for. The sentinel commander orders, I want 20 men to deal with that pathetic orc, and sends 20 of his best men over the hill. 10 minutes later, at the crest of the hill, the orc appears again. Yah, Redguard panty waists, he yells. Come on, the rest of yah. The sentinel commander is somewhat annoyed. He sends 100 men this time to finish the job. 10 minutes later, the orc appears once more, his hair all sticking up, his shirt a bit torn. Ah, you human scum, he yells. I'm just warming up. Come and get me, you Redguard pansies. Commander loses patience and orders 500 men to take out the orc. They pour out of the fortress en masse and ride across the field of battle. 10 minutes later, the orc is back. His clothing is all torn and his face is covered in blood. Is that the best ye can do? You fight like wood elves. Come on, he yells. The commander is nonplussed. Take 1,000 men over that hill and don't come back till you've killed him, he commands. His second-in-command musters the men and they ride off over the hill to their fate. 10 minutes later, one of the troops appears back at the top of the hill. He's covered in blood and his clothes are all torn. Commander, he yells, it's a trap. There's 2 of them. Dirt all. A Khajiit, a Redguard, and an Altmer are sitting in a prison on Somerset Isle. Out of boredom, they began to discuss their circumstances. The Altmer asks the Khajiit what his crime was. I snuck into the house of a wizard and tried to make off with his potions and scrolls, the Khajiit answered. I needed to pay off my skooma dealer. And your sentence? The Redguard asked. They will brand me with magicka-driven flames and exile me to Elsweyr. What are you in for? The Khajiit answered, saddened by what the High Elves intended to do to his beautiful fur. I was overheard telling the tale of how I defeated an Altmer gladiator in the arena in the Imperial City, the Redguard answered. What will they do to you? The Altmer asked. Just deport me. And you? The Redguard answered. I'm condemned to death, the Altmer said quietly. By Serendar, what did you do? The Khajiit exclaimed. I said that all races are equal before the gods, the Altmer said. 2 Khajiits and an Argonian were walking down a beach. The Argonian tripped over a bottle, and out popped Sheogorath. You have found me in a particularly good mood this day, and so I will grant you each one wish, proclaimed Sheogorath. The first Khajiit thought for one moment, and then said, "O great Skooma cat, I wish for a mountain of moon sugar." "Granted," said Sheogorath, and the Khajiit had as much moon sugar as he could ever eat. The second Khajiit looked at the first Khajiit's mountain of moon sugar and exclaimed, "O great Skooma cat, please bless me with a giant lake filled with skooma." "Granted," said Sheogorath, and the second Khajiit had as much skooma as he could drink. Sheogorath asked the Argonian, "I wish the skooma lake and moon sugar mountain were both poisoned. There once was a wealthy Altmer who kept a score of prized hounds. He was careful about their breeding, and so kept them locked in the stables. One night a thief got into his stables and happened to let one of the Altmer's prized hounds out. A week later it returned pregnant. The wealthy Altmer was nonplussed, but could never be sure, so he decided to let nature take its course. Nearly 2 months later, someone broke into his stables again. This time it was a poor Breton couple who could not find an open inn in time for his wife to give birth. The Breton wife delivered her child in the stables. They then heard footsteps approaching, and so they hid themselves in the hay. The wealthy Altmer heard crying in his stable, and thus found the child squalling in the hay. "Another damned mutt," the Altmer sighed, and turned to his stable hand. "Take this abomination and throw it in the river." One day Tiber Septim was walking down a crowded avenue when he chanced upon a man who looked strikingly similar to himself. Tiber approached the man and asked, "You look familiar. Are you related?" "Did your mother perchance work as a maid in the palace?" To which the peasant replied, "No, your majesty, but my father worked there as a gardener."
She prays, and she makes a distinction between praying and studying. Although she loves books, she's more than a little disturbed by the Mages Guild traps and the death of a student, and how not just disdainful but contemptuous Archibald Vane was at the death of a person. So again, she rededicates herself to the temple, which is a place that asks her to rescue people that have gone on pilgrimage, not people who have gone on horrible quests for the Mages Guild.